Hi Cancer, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-October 2022 love reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a bridge and a gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left is your energy and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Six of Coins. So this is actually a Taurus energy here, and I can see this playing out a couple different ways. One thing could just be saying that the two of you might have gone through a bit of a falling out, and maybe this person was trying to extend an apology to you or vice versa, right? But they might have been doing it through a more material means, right? Maybe they bought a nice gift or something along those lines, and that might have been a bit of a turnoff to the other person, right? If we look at the facial expression there, it doesn't look too impressed. Another way I can see this playing out too is could just be saying that maybe you were already in this energy, right? Maybe you'd gone through a disappointment elsewhere, and this person might have come along trying to work on more of the friendship angle of the connection in the past. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Four of Wands. So this is an Aries energy here, and what I see with this primarily is the energy I'm getting from this is that I have a feeling that they probably started to tell their friends about you. You know, they're probably speaking about you in a very positive way and mentioning that they saw the potential for this to be a long-standing connection between the two of you. I'm not necessarily sure if they expressed that to you directly, but that's primarily the energy I'm getting there, is that they felt those feelings, and I feel like they were more prone to discuss it with their friends, right? Because we see a bunch of people around, looks like a celebratory atmosphere. All right, present energy on your side, we have Contemplation. So this is the equivalent of the Hermit in traditional tarot. So to see this here, I could see this as you're probably not in communication with this person right now, but I feel like you are thinking about them a lot, right? Especially if they did extend some kind of an apology to you, right? Maybe you've been weighing the pros and cons of reconnecting with this person, but that's primarily what I'm getting there, which is to say you're thinking about them a lot. You know, maybe you hear music and something reminds you of them in the song, or you're watching something, you see something that reminds you of this person. But yeah, I feel like the communication might not be there right now. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Ten of Wands. So what I'm seeing with this could just be saying a couple of different things. For one, it could just be saying that maybe this person just has a very busy career life, right? And then that could possibly tie into what we were talking about there, right? Where they might, when they have to apologize or even just extend warmth toward you, they might do it in a more practical, financial type of sense, right? That's one way I could see that playing out. Another one could just be saying that there might be a bit of physical distance between the two of you. So maybe that's a bit of a bridge that needs to be crossed there too, right? Where it's like, okay, maybe there's a lack of desire on your part to get closer to them because you might realize that that physical distance could be a bit of a hassle in the long run. All right, and future energy on your side, we have the Two of Arrows. So this is Libra energy here, and to me this says primarily that you're still going to be thinking through what your next step should be with the connection. I do feel like the angel symbolism we see there does say to me that you probably will be getting some signs and synchronicities regarding what you should do next, right? What the right move is. So that could be one of those things too, right? Where maybe on a practical level you don't feel like it makes too much sense with this connection, but you might be getting these signs and synchronicities that are still nudging you toward their direction too. So that could be the push-pull dynamic that you're feeling. All right, and future energy on their side. I have a few cards. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So with this artwork in particular, the energy that I'm getting from this, of course, the Six of Coins is the card that comes after the Five of Pentacles, and we see remnants of the traditional tarot there with the snow in the background, right? But here with this Five of Pentacles energy, I'm getting a feeling of some more like someone making the best of what they have, right? So, like I said, if this person's normal reaction would be to go to material means to show love and gratitude to you, right? This could be them actually trying to shift out of that energy, right? Which is to say, okay, I don't have to do these big extravagant things to connect with you, right? Because if we see here, they do look like they're very happy, right? Um, then we see the Six of Swords, which to me looks like trying to connect with each other, right, on mutual interest. So this could be them trying to get to know you on a deeper level, right? Like I said, as opposed to automatically jumping to, oh, I'll buy them something nice or I'll do something practical for them. This could be them trying to connect on more of an emotional level. And then with the Seven of Swords, we do tend to think of Seven of Swords as a deceptive energy a lot of the times, but if we just look at the artwork here, the main energy that I'm getting from that could just be one of those things where it might be a little bit tricky for them, right? So they might still trip up every now and again when they're trying to connect on a more emotional level because it's a bit out of their depths for their normal way of connecting, I would say. But that's what I'm seeing there. So I do see it looks like they'll be making an honest effort to try to build in a connection, but like I said, it just might be one of those things where it's like it might be just weird for them to connect in that way. So it's going to be a bit of an adjustment period, I feel. All right. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have oppression. So this is the equivalent of the tower in traditional tarot. If we look at her facial expression, she definitely doesn't look too happy, right? We see a big storm atmosphere in the background. So for some of you, this could go a couple different ways. Again, like I said, for some of you, maybe you were already in this state when you connected with this person in the past, and they were just trying to extend themselves to you, but you might not have been open at the time. For others of you, there could have been some issue that might have happened between the two of you. Like I said, I feel like primarily maybe there was a physical distance thing, maybe they're very career focused, so they don't have a lot of time to put toward the connection. Things along those lines there, that might be the problem. But I will say, with the way we do see her back turned to the water there, a part of the problem too, well, it does want to focus on, but a problem there too could be possibly around communication, um, meaning that maybe you haven't expressed your needs to this person as well. So, bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Empress. So yeah, this could point to a couple different things too. So like I said, maybe they just have uh, I don't know why the word extravagant comes to mind because I don't necessarily think it's even that, but it could just be that they relate to the world in a very material sense. So it could just be one of those things where, like I said, their default, even though they might feel those feelings, right, those deep emotional feelings, their default might be to express it in a very practical manner. Oh, I'm going to buy them a nice gift. I'm going to do this, do that, right, as opposed to truly trying to connect on the emotional level. So that could be part of where the disconnect was there too. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Aqua Moonlight Oracle deck here. And I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording. What I'm looking for is unspoken messages from you to them and then from them to you. Initially, I'll look for jumpers, but if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up, we'll just put the deck down and pull cards that way. So let's see what we get. All right, and got one there. And next, we'll see what we get from them to you. All right, and that doesn't want to go back in the deck, so let's see what we got on your side first. All right, we have Karma. Oh, it was focusing, or so I thought. There we go. It says my life is falling apart and I'm struggling. So yeah, to be fair, I would say that that would probably be more of the situation for those of you who are, like I said, maybe you're already going through a difficult situation when you cross paths with this person. And if that's the case, I feel like for the majority, you wouldn't be directly related to them. That could just be where you're at when you guys initially connected. And on their side, we have Mountain. It says something or someone is standing in between us right now. So yeah, that makes sense for the spread too. As far as like I said, it looked like maybe they're just very career focused, for example, or maybe like I said, there could have been some physical distance between the two of you, right? So either way, I could see those as the mountains within the connection, right? Um, and maybe for some of you, could even be a mixture of both. And interestingly enough, when I'm looking at that too, in the background on the contemplation card where I initially talked about, there could be physical distance between the two of you. There actually is a mountain in the background there too. So yeah, for some of you, it could definitely be a physical distance issue. All right. Well, lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck and see what messages we get from that. And same situation as far as I pre-shuffle this deck too, but here I'm just looking for one card with general advice to wrap the reading up with. And that doesn't want to go back in the deck, so let's see what we got. Okay, we have Serendipity. There's the artwork, and the number is 18. So let's see what the message is there. Okay, the relationship message says Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey, someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the sign Spirit presents. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there. And then especially because I was saying for some of you might feel like you're getting some kinds of signs and synchronicities regarding the connection with this person. So yeah, for a lot of you, maybe it was one of these things where you were just going through a rough stretch when this person initially came onto the scene, and that might have had you a bit closed off toward the connection, right? But could just be saying that, maybe this person's there for a reason. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.